Mm-hmm.
and then I just tune everything else out with Law Nation.
That's what I love to hear, by the way.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir. But you know what was on my mind? Dan Quinn said something that was very interesting.
Mm-hmm.
He said, "At practice, it's where we make us."
Because it's not just one message. The best teams that I've been a part of, it's collectively standards and effort and responsibilities and roles. And now we have a real appreciation of what certain guys can do. And that's what happens on the practice field. You're seeing plays being made by a guy like Leighton to know, hey, that's one of the things that he does really well. You saw it with Neal the other day, his ability to break on the ball. I saw that also with Jalen Smith. I've seen Basham come off the edge, Randy Gregory come off the edge, Gallimore. So now that you're seeing some guys' roles start to emerge and develop, that's where some of the respect comes in, because you're seeing somebody really work at one thing that they can do better than anyone. Think, we're all kind of following the NBA right now, but for the catch and shoot player who can, nail a three in today's NBA, that's a really big deal, and they're excellent at it. Well, there's some players on defense have some specific roles. I've got to be able to climb on the edge and go for it like a Bradley and and inside a Quentin Bohanna to say, hey, this has to go down in the run game, or a Brent Urban who's got such great, length and size to get guys locked out. So all of the little roles that you're starting to see, it's not just with the rookies. I'm doing that with the veterans as well. They're really putting in work, some standards, some things that we want to get done, some identity things as a defense. That part's coming together.
I said, whoa, that was a deep quote. I said, because like you said, you made reference to what other defensive coach or minded coach speak like him or think like him or put players in the best possible position to be themselves, to be successful. And then you think about it, and I sit back and I was like, really nobody.
Right.
We had Parcells, but he was our coach.
Right.
We had Wade Phillips, but he was our coach. He wasn't focusing on the defense. And then you think about it, and I said, I can almost say never.
Yeah.
But what I was thinking to myself is putting Micah Parsons, in position where as though he's practicing, he's making mistakes, and we're seeing what he do best and what he do worse. So we're going to keep him out of that position where he can where he's going to not make those errors, and put him in the best position to be successful, and so forth and so forth. And I look at it and I said, this is a complete coaching revamp of a defense, because you was only good as your coach.
You're only good as your coach.
You play how your coach think. What do you think about that?
I think you're right on the money. Before Parcells, it was Dave Campo, and Coach Campo, he was a good coach. Good coach, but it went back to the philosophy of having too many responsibilities, too many hats on the head for him to do. And by us going through what Dan Quinn is saying, the philosophy of within the philosophy of breaking down and going back to the base, just like what Rollin Reviews was saying, like, hey, you need to have the ability to make the adjustments, but everything is back to the base. You got to get your bases together. What are you great at? What are you good at? What can you do to make the impact? And that is what Dan Quinn is now able to do, is spending that quality QT time with the individual players and making sure that these guys are understanding the base first, and then they can start doing the other nuances, which I believe that, man, this was a great off-season hire.
Yeah, that was one of my best acquisitions to this defense, was the coach, because it starts at the top.
It do.
Absolutely. You can get all the players you want, but if you have no one to put them in position, I mean, when you're playing chess, the pawns are there. They're there. But if you're not a good player, what good is the pawns?
Right. And you can't keep them all to win, right?
Yeah. And it's funny because I was thinking about last season. We put Jalen Smith in too many positions to fail. We had Jalen Smith running back in courage. He chasing people from behind. He's trying. It's like, no, don't put him there. He has no lateral movement. His hips. And I'm just looking at, like, the coaches don't see this. It was one game, I forget what game it was. I was like, please get him out the game. He's gonna hurt us. And they knew he was the weak link. What they kept doing, kept going right at Jalen Smith, right at Jalen Smith. And I said to myself, Neal, Jabril Cox, Micah Parsons, they're going to fix that.
Yeah.
They're going to fix that.
And my thing is, Coach did bring that to light too. Like, of course, Parsons is better right now, downhill, chasing and getting to the quarterback. But he liked the fact that he knows that that's his strong suit. But can we drop him in man? You know, can he go into the man? Can we drop him in zone? And those are the things that he really relished of saying, okay, he improved on those things. And this is just, 6 days. That's what he was saying, 6 days. So I can't wait to the training camp that's going to be in Oxnard. And if they allow us to come, I already got my plane tickets already lined up. I already reached out to my dog over there, Shango, the godfather over there. And he's trying to figure out his schedule. So if they allow us to be there in Oxnard, boy, oh boy, that will be the first thing that I look for, are the small detailings of how Dan Quinn is going to implement his scheme and system.
Hey, Law, on your video, break it all down for us. You know what? What's so funny, because I'm about to have a daughter in July.
Oh man, so, congratulations, man!
Thanks. I don't know
what part of July?
July 20th is her due date.
Okay, because my daughter was born last year on June the 25th, so she didn't make it to July, but her birthday is this month, so she turned that big one.
The way my wife walks, I don't think she's gonna make it to July. But you know what, Law? I might come out there. It might have to be, because what's going to happen is I'm gonna have some off time, a lot of off time.
Oh yeah, you will.
Because I'm going to be on family leave, and I might take a weekend and just fly out there. Listen, from Philly all the way to Oxnard, California. I might have to take that flight, treat myself.
No, man. Just sit back, Jay, and just watch the film that I'm gonna produce, and you'll feel like you're out there, because you got that little one, and as much as I wanted us to have OTAs and training camp last season, I probably would have had to fall back too, because that those little ones, especially girls, how girls, they catty, by the way. They're very catty. I had to give my daughter a bath last night, and as the process, I said, baby, time to take a bath. And she said, Daddy, did you take a bath? I said, wait a minute, hold on. And that was my oldest daughter. I got two girls. I'm a girl dad, by the way. And they're very catty, and they compete for my attention. Y'all just don't know. I got my office door right to the right. And every now and then, you'll hear a knock, or I had to get up because they were trying to get in here, and they said, "Daddy, we want you, Daddy."
Wow. It's funny because I have a son. I already have a son. He's 10 years old.
Oh my goodness.
Cowboys everything.
Yeah.
Cowboys everything. You can't. We live in here in Philly, and I'll be taking them around, and some of my family and friends be like, "Say Eagles," and he'd be like, "No, Cowboys." And because listen, I'm always defending Cowboy Nation.
Yeah.
Trust me, living here in Philly is not easy. It's not easy.
I know.
But I hold it down. I do. I hold it down. I'm telling you. At work, just going down the street, I have on my gear. I be like, yeah, and what?
And what? You need to link up with my dog, man, Okoye. Okoye's somewhere in that area. And as well as I got a caller to call in, one for each finger. He got a big old Cowboys truck with Cowboys gear, everything on it, apparel. And he drives around Philly, and he wish somebody put a finger on his truck, man. His name is one for each finger. And, of course, you should know Okoye or Okoye, media. He's out that way.
I'm here defending it from the top to the bottom. When my boss, he's Eagles everything. He even got our uniform shirts. Some of our uniform shirts changed to Eagles colors. He put Eagle green lights in a company right before we walk in the double doors and stuff like that. And he hate to see me come in with Cowboys gear.
Oh my gosh! What did they do when they won that Super Bowl? I know it was horrible for you to go into the job and all that.
I mean, I'm looking at them. I'm at work. I'm like, y'all not real fans. Because if the Cowboys won the Super Bowl and I lived in Texas, I'll be at that parade.
Like, okay, you call them out.
Yeah, I'm calling them out. I'm like, this facility should be empty. Y'all was sharing. Listen, they put grease on the poles because when the Phillies won, I mean, they were climbing poles, they were climbing roofs, they were looting, they were trashing everything. Yeah. And so, but we have a street called Broad Street. You just go straight down, runs through the whole entire Philly. So they took Broad Street all the way down from the stadium all the way up. You know, there's a lot of people out there. Of course, I had to go the other way because they blocked off my route going back home. So that pissed me off too, on top of it. But they greased the poles. I mean, it was so much cleanup. It didn't make no sense because Philly don't know how to act. You know, this was their first Super Bowl too.
Right.
Philly don't know how to act. They don't. But to be honest, here at 97.5, the Fanatic, the radio station, they know that they won this Super Bowl by luck. Even they're saying it now.
They know
At first,
it.
they want to say, "Oh, Nick Foles is the best thing" and stuff like that. Like, come on, everything fell in place for y'all. Every team that y'all played in the playoffs, a major player got hurt. One of them major players got hurt. Everything fell in line for y'all. And so, like I said, I defend Cowboys Nation. I don't care, for real. Don't let the shirt and tie fool you. You know, I'm from North Philly, you know, the real Philly. But like I said, it is what it is. You know, I got Cowboy Nation. I'm holding it down with Law Nation. Let it be known. I always inbox all my Philly fans and stuff like that. Law Nation, sending them your YouTube videos. Listen to what he said. This true. Listen to what he said. This true. Listen to what he said. And believe it or not, my father-in-law watches you because he posted something, a picture of what you said, and he showed me, and I was like, "That's my man, Law Nation. I know who that is."
Yeah.
You know.
Hey, I gotta say this though. Shout out to Philly though. I'm not gonna discredit them and say that, you know, they won a Super Bowl. They get a cookie. You know, I don't want the Philly fans to be like, shout out to them.
They get the chocolate chip.
They get the chocolate chip.
For me, they get the chocolate chip, man.
But guess what? Guess what else they doing though too? They still looking up. Them neck muscles on their neck is just like stomach muscles because they still looking up. They got to get past the Washington team, and they got to get past the Giants team before they can really talk some noise to us, right?
Yeah, I've been going on 97.5. Be talking trash when it's Cowboys week. They allow Cowboys fans to come on there. I go in there like, I go in there talking trash. They be like, "Jay, tell me how you became a Cowboys fan living in Philadelphia." I said, "Well, my dad raised me a Cowboys fan." Man, your dad, you know, they talk, "Oh, that's bad parenting. That's bad parenting." I'm like, "No, that's not. That's smart parenting."
Yeah.
I said, because I was cheering when y'all was sobbing.
Yeah.
You know?
Man, it's a good call from you, man. I really appreciate you so much. Thank you so much for jumping in on the channel.
Not a problem, man. You keep doing your thing, Law. You know, we respect that. I respect that personally.
No, certainly. Appreciate you, man. I'm going to give you one of these right here.
This is Sparta!
That's my dog right there, man. Yeah.